Are you looking to get more sales and grow your business through social media? This video is going to help. Hey, my name is Rob Spence, the Managing Director of Paragon Sales Solutions, and every single week we release a video all about hints, tips, advice on sales, marketing and business growth, and this one is going to be an absolute stormer. So without going too far into this video, I've got to ask, have you hit that subscribe button yet? If not, do it now please, hit the follow button and drop a like. So social media is crucial to growing any business. Now I don't care what business you are in, social media should be a key part of your sales and marketing strategy. If done right, even if done wrong, you'll generate leads. That could be the end of the video. You will and you can. I work with a lot of businesses. Our agency here, we do a lot of social media marketing and management for clients. And one of the biggest sort of qualms or objections I always get is, oh, but Rob, we're B2B, we only sell B2B, so we don't need to be on Instagram. We should just focus on LinkedIn, or no, we just don't want to do it because once I saw a post about a robin dying and I don't want to be a part of social media. Don't be negative around social media. Everyone uses social media every single day. I use social media every single day. I'm a managing director myself. So if you're trying to sell B2B, I am your prime target audience, right? And trust me, check my phone. Be careful with what you look at, to be fair, but check my phone. You'll see that I'm very active on Twitter. I'm active on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you're just trying to market to me on LinkedIn, you're missing a whole host of other opportunities. And if anything, the big thing I always say is that LinkedIn has become so incestuous and so noisy, people don't really like to go on there to buy now. Everyone just goes on there to sell. But if you then break that kind of, break the realms, I guess, of putting content out there and try to sell people during their social space, such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, you get their attention. Even, do you know what? Even just an hour ago, right? I was having a little scroll through TikTok. She needed a little break, and I saw an advert for some new clothes. And I clicked on the ad, and I made a purchase for new clothes just by seeing an ad on TikTok. So you've got to get yourself out there. But how can you increase your sales? So a couple of tips that I can always share with you. And by all means, we could go into this for hours. So if you do need help generating sales through LinkedIn, drop us a comment below, send us a message, and me and my team will get back to you. But first things first, content. Content is king, or so they say, or queen. The more content that you can generate and put out, the better content you're going to put on social media, the more entertaining your social media platforms become. Thus, you generate more fans who are more than likely to buy from you. Creating content has become awfully easy these days. Smartphones have got cameras on them. You can write things on them. You can use AI. You can do whatever it takes. Generate content and make sure you put it out there. Once again, don't get too overwhelmed with, oh, I'm not too sure if this would work. I'm not too sure about that. Just do it. Do it. Test it. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to get an inquiry from it. Oh, scary. The next thing I always recommend and suggest to do is engage. Putting a post out is one thing. Engaging is another. Putting a post out is like me walking to my local village notice board and putting a poster up there, right? People might see it. It's a big village. It's a noisy village. There's loads of other posters out there. It will get seen, but it's debatable whether it will get noticed. Engagement is me walking around the village, knocking on people's doors and knocking on people's shoulders saying, hey, look, I've got a great poster on this board over here. Can you come and have a look? That's what engagement's all about, but it's also all about developing those relationships. Developing those relationships, making people fall in love with your brand, making them fall in love with your customer, with your business, will eventually turn them into customers. Of course, look to utilize ads and paid for ads to the best of your ability. There's a long argument, and we could go on about this for hours, that social media is now all about those that want to pay for ads, and a lot of money is being made. Of course it is. Be willing to chuck a bit of budget at paying for ads from time to time. Test it. Get your knowledge base up about Facebook ads, Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, even Google ads if required. But Don't be afraid of it. If you do need help with paid for ads, get in touch with us here. We run them every single day. We know what works, we know what doesn't work. Get in touch with us. We can generate leads through social media for you. And finally, I guess my final tip is, don't forget that social media is one thing. It's like an online world, but you've also got the offline world as well. If you're having great conversations with people offline, connect with them online and carry that conversation on into this social media world. But don't forget to flip that. If you're having great conversations with people on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, take that conversation to the outside world. Can you have a telephone call with these people? Can you have a meeting? Can you have a one-to-one with them? All together, it makes a lot of sense to bring these two together. Each will support each other. But look, we could go on. I could go on about sales through social media for a long time. I've been doing it for years, and people seem to forget this. I was doing social media marketing for my old business, for my old job, sort of 10 years ago. So I've been around social media longer than I dare to admit. If you are struggling to make sales through social media, there's lots of useful hints and tips and training on our website, or we can do it for you. Just drop us a message and we'll get back to you. But get out there, create the content, engage, look to utilize ads, and take that conversation offline. And trust me, you will start to have more sales through your social media. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Until next week, all the best.